in this tutorial we will be drawing on sandpaper, and this is sandpaper of 800 grit from a DIY store. As I'm saying, it's not light fast, so it's not tested for light fastness, just to clear that bit up a bit. But it's a great way to actually practice, and if you're trying out something new, so just to spend less and actually try out your handed sanded surfaces, because for example, pastel mat or Canson Mitant Touch or UArt and papers that have grit to them, they are more expensive than just normal pastel papers. So this way you can save money and actually practice and then create your art pieces on like real pastel paper. But this one is just for you, like so just to keep as memory that you actually tried something out. So I washed this with light gray, bluish gray pastel. Why blue? Because I have a color circle here. So if we look at our orange, so we have the orange, and actually it's a yellow orange even, I would say, the color that we're looking for. And opposite, we see that it's blue violet. So the color has to be warm blue. But I took it as a warm blue that has some gray mixed into it. And I washed it over with water as we did with the black pastel. For example, you can watch the glass tutorial, we have it there. Or the dandelion tutorial, you can see how I do that. So I just wanted to save time and actually get to the drawing itself. I wanted to do something bright, so that thus this yellow orange, as we see the complement of it is blue, and that's going to make the orange pop out at us. And the background, even though it's dull, it's not the bright blue color, it's still going to work for us. One thing to remember when you're making contrasts is that you never put two bright colors next to each other. They have to be, one of the two has to be dulled down. So that's one important thing to remember, otherwise the contrast is not going to work as well. But let's get to the tutorial. So first I will sketch out my orange, and this is pretty simple to do. So I'm just thinking where I want my orange to be located. As I have the light coming from the right, I need my orange to be slightly to the right, just a bit, so that I have the shadow here. So I'm looking where I'm going to place it. So this is going to be the lower part of my orange, and this can be the highest. So I'm looking that it's fairly round. So this is the shape of my orange, and I'm using a pastel pencil. Remember, we never use a graphite pencil when drawing for the pastel. So it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. The less perfect it is, the more of an orange it's gonna look. The more it's going to look like an orange. So here I have the cast shadow, so remember that it's here. Then we have that central bit right around here. So it kind of goes up. There's this part in the stock. Goes here and like so. And then from here we have that leaf coming out. This is one of the pictures that I took when I was doing the photo shoot for my oranges. I actually managed to get the oranges with leaves at the local supermarket, and I was like so excited about the leaves I had to take photos. So this is the shape of my leaf. Remember, leaves are never going to be shaped like leaves that we draw when we were kids. They will be turned away from us, they will be in perspective, so just don't draw them like the usual shape of the leaf as you remember from your childhood. So now we can start adding color. The colors that I will be using for this orange are, so I'm gonna do it here at the bottom so you can see, or actually here on top, but we can cut off that part. So this is my lightest light. Yeah, don't worry, it's gonna look lighter when we add other colors. This is the main color of the orange. We're going to orange bits now. And through orange browns, we're basically going into our, believe it or not, cooler colors. And then at the end, for highlights, I will be using this grayed out red violet mixed in with some of this blue that I used for my background. So this is my palette that I will be using for my orange. For the leaf, I have dull green, warm green, that is yellowish green, but it's also kind of dulled down, it's not very bright, and then a cool green for the shadows. And now we can start. I actually got the wrong green, so this is the one that I want to use. So we can use all 4 of these colors. So this is a dark cool green, it's kind of grayed out green. So this is my palette and we will work with that.